have to forgive me because I said Salaki. If anybody don't like it, you're free to take me to counsel. All right. Yeah. All right. So what we looking like? What we have? All right. Run them off. Run them off because we're gonna be tight on the time. Again, I wanna, you know.
Well, Saka, there's a quick question before the question starts. How did the white man end Islam?
What do you mean?
Well, Saka, I heard the general was speaking about that there, that in the 60s, Farrakhan and Malcolm X was it. Everybody wanted to be Muslims. Then he said, till the white man ended Islam. So I want to understand what do you mean by ended Islam?
Islam no longer has that that hold, that stronghold on the black community as it once did. You get the point? At one time, the sheer numbers in Islam was a threat. It was considered a threat, and of course, you know, white man, the devil, he runs his country very well. You get it? And when I say he runs it very well, I mean he fought for his kingdom. He fought for his kingdom, and he is going to maintain his kingdom regardless what. You get the point? So now, when you see something like that happening, he starts shaking the tree. And in shaking the tree, you know, a ton of stuff started coming out with that whole Islam, all them mosques that was selling dope and coke out of them. You know, it just crumbled because, of course, a good tree cannot be a bad fruit and a bad tree cannot be a good fruit. You get the point? Now, the white man will do that with everything that he considers or he sees as something that has potential to be a threat or to be a threat. So now, added with as time progressed, Western Islam is not that Jamaat al-Muslimin Islam. You get the point? Western Islam is, you know, is David Muhammad. That's the closest thing to Western Islam that you all would understand.
Right.
You get the point? You see how David Muhammad is? You don't see David Muhammad. David Muhammad don't have a beard, right?
No, okay.
He have a full clean face. He wearing the tuxedo with the bow tie. Right? He don't wear the what you call the hat?
Taj.
Yeah.
You had the Taj and you have the kufi. You get the point? You had that. He doesn't wear those things.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Kind of.
He is the closest thing that you all have there to Western Islam, right? Now, the white man, of course, from 1990, I would say, the Gulf War. You all know what I'm talking about?
Sir.
From then, hold on 1 second. I think I messed this damn thing up here.
Right? The Gulf War, that's the same Middle Eastern war we're talking about, right? When they went into there's an abortion administration when you went to Afghanistan. And
the Gulf War, that's correct. The Gulf War was, I believe, Iraq, if I'm not mistaken. The Gulf War, let me see. Kuwait, I think Kuwait is Iraq, all that is damn near the same place. If I'm not mistaken.
It is.
It's the Gulf War.
so I think Iraq and Afghanistan like border, like Haiti and Dominican Republic. I think they're like that, if I'm mistaken. Iraq and
exactly right. Kuwait is to the south, was it? southeastern corner of Iraq, right? So that's where you had, you know, the Gulf War. Now, from that time on, really, prior to that, you had Palestine and Israel, and you know these little beefs, these little damn near like Cold Wars, right? And you had there was a famous that's when they started throwing around the word terrorist and terrorism a whole lot, was when I forget what Palestine did, but I believe hold on, I might be mixing it up. It was an Olympics where somebody kidnapped somebody entire Olympic team.
Yeah, Khan and one Khan, sir.
You remember it, Shakan? I ain't want to say who did who because I don't want to mix it up.
I don't know who do it, but I know it was a Brazil team though.
No, I don't. No. Let me look it up. Hold on. Israel terrorist Olympics. Right, so around it started back then with that whole Munich massacre. I believe that's it, 1972 Summer Olympics, in which a Palestinian terrorist, once again terrorist group, Black September, that was the name, took 11 Israeli Olympic team members hostage and killed them, along with a West German police officer. Now them, you know, Palestine and Israel been having, when I say Israel, of course, I'm talking about the devil. They've had that history with the land. You get the point? They've been had that history with the land. So now from there, they started throwing around, you know, the terrorist thing, a whole lot. That word terrorism, national security, national safety, that it ain't really as new as you would think. It's dated. It's dated back then and even prior. So from that, you have that 72 Olympics. The world reeled because of that, because of course, sports is such a unifying thing. You get the point? Sports, you know, it don't matter your nationality when you're a sportsman. And I ain't talking, you know, you just going on the court for a sweat. I'm talking about, you know, you are a sportsman. You get the point? You into sports. Use Dwight York, use Brian Lara, you Otto Bolden, you Usain Bolt. You see Usain Bolt, he's not on one side or the other. He's straight down the middle. So he can get maximum fans. It doesn't matter. You get the point? Sports has that type of effect on people, and because of this incident with that 1972 Olympics, the entire world looked at it as a tragedy, had sympathy for those Israeli families, and the Palestinians took it too far. Of course, you have those who buy into the white man's propaganda, which we're going to go into tonight, where Satan is the prince of the air. And by no means am I justifying what the Palestinians did, but I do understand it's tit for tat with them. You get the point? Leave it up to the white man. He'll make it seem like the Palestinians is just, you know, a bunch of raving goddamn animals who just take anything. No, it's never ever that. It's always somebody bullying somebody, and then somebody decide I'm not being bullied anymore. Get the point? So of course now everybody looking at the Palestinians as terrorists, which leads to we call this thing momentum. You have political momentum, you have social momentum, and that would drive the world when you ready to drop bombs in the Middle East. Ain't nobody gonna stop you, because of course these Arabs is wild men. You know that scripture? Right? That's the scripture said Ishmael will be a wild man. Right?
Also now around that time they talk about the Arab Spring. Say
that one more time.
What you said? I believe we still talk as well about something called the Arab Spring.
The Arab Spring, if I'm not mistaken, came later on. I have no recollection of it being back all the way back then. But maybe they mentioned it back then. Back then, 1972 shit. You know what I mean? I ain't paying attention to news, nothing, nowhere that time. That's you know. I'm concerned with goddamn He-Man and you know, cartoons. You get the point? So I think the Arab Spring is later on, more modern day, because of the removal of what's that fool name? Saddam Hussein, the whole thing with Bin Laden. You get the point? Arab Spring would be later on to that time, to that era. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, so now you have things mobilizing. And of course, right into the Gulf War. Gulf War. That's 1990. I believe the World Trade Center bombing. When was the first? How many times has the World Trade Center been bombed?
Twice.
When was the first time? Who said twice? Oh shit, you got. God damn. That was my trick question. Go ahead. When was the first time?
I didn't know.
1993. Right? 1993 is the first time. I believe it was a car bomb. Somebody drove a car into the parking lot, exploded it. Nothing happened. Of course, since then, you know, it's back and forth. At the same time, America is trying to, you know, do their political, you know, nonsense with the Arabs. Bam, 1999 come and happen. America and Bin Laden family had a fallout. World Trade Center, September 11, 2001. Right? So now you have damn near 2 decades of conflict and war between the white man's kingdom or the Western world and the Arabs and Muslims. Now, with that said, with the bombings, the war on terrorism, the Gulf War, the Middle East, Islam started to get a, you know, have a shadow over them. And of course, with the internal rifts that they had and with everything that the white man was uncovering, Islam, okay, let me say this first. Inherently, when the Bible says Ishmael is a wild man, what does that mean?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead, Shakan.
I mean, like he easily to go into war.
Let me get somebody else. I'll put that on the shelf for now. Let's start with that.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
That doesn't mean that he is quick to war.
That's the same thing Shakan said.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
For me, sir, is it that he is untamable, sir? He doesn't follow rules, sir. He's not a person that adhere to rules, but he's very impulsive. So he feels.
Okay. You want it.
So like yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Lowly man, sir.
That's more it.
Right.
Nothing is okay. What the first two brothers said were he easy to go to war. There's nothing wrong with a man who is ready to go to war. You get the point?
No.
That's how things get settled.
Right.
Get the point? War, conflict resolution is life. Get the point? You wake up in the morning, you have to go to war with yourself to get out of bed. Get the point? You know, to tie your shoelaces, you have to bend over and tie that shit. You get the point? Like people go to war with tying shoes so much they start making shoes without the lace, so I don't have to fight that war no more. Just push your foot in. You get the point? Everything is warfare. You and your woman is warfare. That marriage is warfare. After that conflict resolution, now we settle everything. Now she knows who's in charge. Now she's ready to curl up under you and say yes, daddy, and no, daddy, and what you want to eat. Because we just went to war and I won. Right? We both won, but of course I won. You get the point? Everything in life is war. So there's nothing wrong with being ready to go to war. But you were on it. Then the other brother said he's who was it after? War? What you said?
Or he more impulsive, so he's an impulsive man.
More impulsive. Now that's going towards it. And once again, there's nothing wrong with being impulsive if you can control it, right? If you can control the impulse. Sometimes you have to act on impulse. Sometimes you have to be opportunistic. And that's where your impulse comes in. So nothing wrong with that, but it's more in that direction. Then what I believe is what? Makar?
Yes, sir.
Makar, you said he doesn't want to follow rules. Untamable. That's what it means when he's a wild man. This dude here does not obey law. This dude here is like a criminal. He's like a wild donkey. You ever see, okay, a horse, once a horse is tamed, he'll stay wherever he had to stay. Brother, a donkey will do whatever the hell he wants. Get the point? If a donkey feels to stop walking, that nigga stopping walking at. And there's nothing you're going to do to get him to walk again. You get the point? Ishmael will be a wild man. Ishmael will be a criminal. Islam is the religion of Ishmael. It's inherently a criminal religion. That's why most brothers find Islam where?
So like yes, sir.
Come on, Makar.
In prison, sir.
In prison. You go in there, you sitting down, somebody come to harass you. Up comes, Abdul. Hey, back up off him, man. Peace be upon you, brother. I'm brother Abdul Salih Kalam Halakha. Brother, what do you know about Islam? And you see that in the Malcolm X movie?
Yeah.
All right, then. All right. It's inherently a religion of criminals. What has started happening with the Nation of Islam is because of that criminal element, it consumed them. A lot of them mosque was, they were selling drugs out of the mosque. A lot of them drug wars and drug turfs was settled with Muslims. All right, it was settled with Muslims. Anybody ever see the movie, the TV series, The Wire?
Awesome.
Y'all check out that. There was a season in there where one of the drug dealers went to jail and he made a call to New York to get an enforcer to come down to hold down his blocks. And when I'm watching anything, I'm expecting, a big old SUV to pull up and like 7 niggas run out. You know what I mean? And they're going to control the scene. They send one bow tie wearing Muslim down. And he did what he had to do. You get the point? It's inherently that, and I bring up The Wire, and somebody might say it's just TV, it's not real. It's very real. The Wire was based on actual events. Some of these series that were based on real life, it's actually, it reflects what really was going on. In Philadelphia, I think it was mosque number 7. If I'm not mistaken, Philadelphia had a famous mosque that they were selling drugs out of, and a lot of the hitmen was from that mosque. And the story only came out when an entire family was executed, right, over some drug beef where the family had a baby, like a toddler, right, a little baby, 6 months, and they drowned the baby in the kitchen sink. You get the point? And that's started definitely consuming Islam. And once again, not because the white man put drugs in there, but because a bad tree cannot be a good fruit, and a good tree cannot be a bad fruit. No matter however it started and what it looked like and what it quote unquote did for black men, it's not of the Lord. And Islam just lost everything and just fell apart. And really it's nothing. It's this. Okay, at one time Farrakhan said the white man is the devil. At one time, you could find speeches of him when he was a young man saying it. Right now, Farrakhan is in a church talking about, he knows his Redeemer lives. You get the point? Okay. Islam is over. It's done. Okay. So you still have brothers who gone ho, and when I say gone ho, they fully focused on Islam, but it's not what it is, what it used to be. You get it? not what it used to be, and that's because it's not of the Lord. And the Lord, like as in anything, it could start. It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
Right.
Go ahead, Tosmo.
Yes, so my question was really on that same last thing you mentioned, yes, sir, which is so perfect. One of the perfect precepts that go along with this breakdown is that could it be this one? Except the Lord build the house, the builder build it in vain, sir.
Hell yeah, that's an excellent precept. I know you was listening to some Vibes Cartel earlier. That's why you remember that precept. That's why you was listening to some Adija, Adi teacher. That's why you remember that. Yeah, I mean, but you get my point. So now with what's going on with them internally, and then the white man attacking Islam so goddamn much, damn near, you know, the whole movement had to go on undergo a facelift. And now that, you know, that's why you see them more so against the dress wearing. You would never see, you know, them westernized Muslims in that man dress. You might see Dave Muhammad in a big dashiki. You get the point? But you ain't seeing him in that, you know, the 3-button thing or the thing with the wrong neck. You know, you ain't seen him looking like Abu Bakr. He ain't doing that. You get the point? He's shaving his face. You know, he's a Western Muslim.
Oh, God. Go
ahead.
Does that look make them more socially acceptable to the Western world?
Yes. Yes. It definitely does. It definitely does. They have some teachings in there that let's say something about in wartime, the Quran allows you to do certain things to blend in with the heathen. Which means if the circumstances is right, you could eat pork, you could smoke, you could do certain things that's, you know, what you would not normally do, but under duress, for the sake of the war, you know, go ahead and have sex with that white woman. You know what I mean? No, don't worry about it. You get the point? Of course, now, you know, that the whole look of the shaved face, you know, they don't even, you know, rock an afro or braids. They have the low hair that's shaped up, how they line up. Right? Farrakhan rocked the full comb over like a white man. Right? He rocks the full comb over like a white man. Hold up. Hold up. Here with me one.
I think he agree with the LGBT movement. He was supporting them. Farrakhan.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. All right. Hold up. Hold up. I got something for you.
I'm moving like merchants, man.
Say again?
So like I was just saying, remember you were in a class talking about how the Arab is a merchant? So like they basically like sell anything to make money, man. Even
yeah, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, you know, whatever it takes, that's what he gonna do.
Right.
Shalom, sir.
Hey, Shabbat, what's going on, priest?
Shalom. Yeah, but shalom.
This is the one I know how to use. All right. Okay, so hold up. All right, cool. All right, so now this picture here, I want you all to tell me who this is. All right. Who is this?
That's Farrakhan.
All right, that's Farrakhan, right? Y'all see the little comb over? Who is this?
That's
Salakia.
Go ahead, Gabar.
That's Farad Muhammad.
Farad Muhammad, a.k.a. Wallace Farad.
Okay.
See the same comb over?
The same thing.
Same comb over, right?
Can't, sir.
Who's this guy?
Elijah. Silakia, sir.
That's Elijah Muhammad, right? That's the so-called father of Islam. All right? This is them. Wallace Farad. Anybody know Wallace Farad nationality?
Can't. He's a white man.
He is a devil. That is a devil. Wallace Farad taught, who's this guy on the left?
Elijah Muhammad.
Elijah Muhammad taught taught Malcolm X. And of course, after Malcolm X, you know, met his demise, taught Louis Farrakhan.
Salakia, I don't want.
Go ahead.
Elijah Muhammad, he was a so-called Negro?
Brother, I do not know.
He looked like an Asian.
I absolutely do not know. I heard a rumor that Farrakhan's father is a devil. I don't know. I don't know. I know he has some kind of Benjamite in him. I know he's from the islands, but I don't know who his father is. I've heard rumors that Farrakhan's father is a devil. I don't know for sure. I never see his father.
Sir, Elijah Muhammad.
Okay, I don't know about him either. I don't know if he's a devil or if he's a brother. You get the point? Right. But what I'm saying is speculation about the two. But this one we know is a devil, and their doctrine comes from a devil. So if their fathers are devils, it's no surprise. There's like a bonus. It's like, you know what I mean? It's an and one when you go for a layup. You know, you go for a layup, referee rope, the ball go in, and one. You get the point? But what I'm saying is the whole thing is literally of Satan, because the devil is the one who teaches it. You get the point? Right? And that Wally Farad, his name is Wally Farad or Wallace Farad, which was later changed to Wali Muhammad, or Farad Muhammad. And of course, now you have Elijah and then Farrakhan. When you go look up this Farad Muhammad, brother, he was a career criminal. You understand? He was into a ton of that foolish mysticism. I think he was a gypsy. I think he was like a goddamn gypsy, one of them Romani people from Romania. Right? So bottom line is, Islam is definitely not what it used to be. It's not what it started off as. Oh, hold on. God damn. Hold up. I end the movie a little too soon. The credits done going up. I still, shooting scenes. All right. Who's this guy?
So like yes, sir, see the face already, but I can't remember what the name is.
Anybody know?
That's Walid Muhammad.
That's the same guy you just looked at.
That's
Wallace Farad.
Right.
Wow.
This is mugshots you're looking at.
Oh.
That nigga was a criminal. You get the point? Or that devil, I should say. But that's him. You understand? You look at him, you would say, okay, he have kind of dark features, but that's because he's one of them devils that come from those he's from Romania, I believe. That's where he's originally from. Them old Transylvania, Kim Kardashian type people.
Right.
You get the point? He wasn't, you you look him up. He came to Detroit in like the 30s. Let's see exactly where he's from. He was born in Mecca, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, man, that's a devil for sure.
Right? He was born in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. Right? The history of it is ridiculous. You get the point? Because he was into that whole gypsy thing, Romani thing, the Moorish this, Moorish that, started using the Bible, using Judaism, Islam, then finally focused in on the Islam. And of course, in the beginning, being the timing he came in at, they would always charge him for being a white man until he had to come up against it. And that's where, you know, you get it from. So basically, that's a little history on it. But that's what the general means. Like, it's not, Islam is not an option anymore for most black men. You get the point? At one time, you know, Islam was like, I'm gonna finish school and join the nation. You get the point? Islam was like that. It was like, I'm gonna finish school and I'm gonna join the nation. And it wasn't just a young man's thing. It was, you know, it was, well, brothers who was full of adults. You that movie was this is Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society. You ever seen that? Remember he had the homie who was in the car who would always kick the Islam shit. And
SHALAM, Yabashim,
hey, Yabashim Shabakata, what's going on, priest? Right? Nobody wanted to listen to him. Then they had the teacher who was Charles S. Dutton who would talk about the Islam shit. Like at one time, Islam was like the black man's religion. But it's you know, it's soon proved to not even be able to stand up against the time, because now, you know, a man who once said the white man is the devil is, you know, he got pictures and, you know, hugging up white men and, you know, having a good time. You know, I think Farrakhan's son married a white woman. You know what I mean? Married a white woman. You get the point? So it's Islam is done. That type of Islam. The general is not talking about, you know, Bin Laden and them. Even though they done for the most part. You get the point? That type of Islam is done for the most part. Right now, you know, that Islamic war is being fought through cells, sleeper cells. You know what I mean? Somebody who was 15 apply for college, come to America or to the UK and go to school and become some sort of engineer, and when they're 28 years old, they get a text from some hill somewhere in Afghanistan and they go pick up a car and kill people. That's the war of Islam right now. You get the point? And even just a sidebar to go back to the whole thing with the 1972 Olympics. You got to know your history is tit for tat. Even that has a cause and effect. Are they right for doing it? Hell no. But I understand what they're doing. Those people who are young adults now, we in 2018. Anybody who is 18 now, when were they born?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
2000, year 2000, sir.
In the year 2000. When was the World Trade Center attack?
2001.
2001. Shortly thereafter, George Bush began to rain fire from heaven down on the Middle East and killed a lot of children and a lot of parents, and a lot of children grew up without parents.
Right.
So those children who watch, brother, I seen a video where they have a drone, right? They have a drone, not the little thing that you see brothers playing with, you know, down by the river. I'm talking about the big ass, you know, the jet that don't got no pilots in it. There's videos you could find that from WikiLeaks and stuff. I used to have it on my computer. I don't know if I still have it. Where they're looking at this minivan driving on some street, I think it's Afghanistan or Iraq somewhere. And the dude on the gun, now when I say he on the gun, he's not in the damn drone shooting. He's somewhere off on some base holding a joystick like a video game. But the picture he's getting is a black and white picture with the target in the middle of the screen, just like a video game. And he's waiting on the okay to light up this minivan, because the intel is that a minivan is bringing explosives to some house. His commanding officer is trying to tell him, wait, we don't have the green light yet. He's like, okay, do we have it now? I said, wait, Foxtrot, whatever, you know, his code name is. I said, wait, hold on, Foxtrot, we getting it. Now the van pulling up, he's like, man, we gotta get him now. We gotta get him now. Long story short, itchy trigger finger, he pressed the button. That drone light up the minivan. I'm talking about, I mean, it could be 50 caliber shots. I don't know. That shit looked like Swiss cheese after. It had holes this big ass shit out. Brother, it was a man dropping his kids off. Now, of course, they have soldiers close by. The soldiers pull up, and it's like, oh shit, we get the wrong dude, and everybody cussing on tape, F, 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 and you're hearing them bleeping out the shit. Then they show you the real life ground footage when, you know, the ambulance and stuff come. Brother, the girl's father head is blown off. His head looks like a seat. His only neck and half of this side of the face is seeing. Holes all through his body. He dead. Little girl shot. The boy, he ain't shot. But all the uncles in the car laid out. Laid out. Even people from the house, somebody from the house came outside, and when the shooting started, they ran for cover. They was on the ground. They crawled into the van. The dude on the joystick light them up too. Right? And okay, I now remember. You know how this came out? One of them Arabs who was on the street was a journalist working for, is either BBC News or AP, which is Associated Press. And he had a camera in his hand. One of those, you know, the camera with the long scope and a bag. They said that was a gun, and they lit him up too. Right? But he didn't die. That's how the story came out. So now those children watch their parents die, picked up by US soldiers, taken to some, well, of course, America gonna act like they really care and give them money and put them in foster care. But brother, those kids are now adults. And their religion teaches them that I don't have to obey no laws and my God will not fight for me, but I need to go fight myself. And they somewhere right now waiting to kill somebody. You get the point? Now, once again, I ain't justifying this shit. But I know why, you know, if you're on a bus somewhere and some Muslim just, you know, Allahu Akbar, it ain't random. You get the point? This shit ain't random. In his mind, this is the only get back he could get back. When Ishmael is a wild man, of course, the Nation of Islam is not about that. You get the point? They ain't about that. For all intents and purposes, their shit was supposed to be more black oriented, not Arab oriented. It's the best alternative to Christianity that most brothers could find. That is until you get a flyer from One West ISUPK.
Right.
When you get a flyer from One West ISUPK, you don't throw away your Quran and your Kufi. You get the point? That you're going to totally confuse. I know tons of brothers who in here who used to be Islam. I mean, full out Islam, and then get the breakdown, and it's like, oh shit, this shit is some bullshit. You get the point? You know what it means when he says Islam is done. You know what I mean? They ain't standing on no legs. You get the point? Good? You good with that? All right, what we have next? Next question, quickly, or if not, let's get to the topic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come on with it.
Question, sir. What was the original state of Eden? Was it a different realm? Not realm, sorry. Was that a different condition in terms of the way it puts us through right now? Was it under different conditions?
Hell,
where was the location?
Hell yeah. Okay, Eden. The Garden of Eden is located between 4 rivers: Euphrates, Nile, Tigris, the Gihon. I believe it's in Genesis, encompassed by these 4 rivers. Right, hold on. Genesis chapter 2.
Verse 10.
And verse 10. Now, for Taza War question. Start at verse 8.
Genesis chapter 2 and verse 8. And the Lord power planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. Verse 9. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food.
All right, stop right there. He said the Lord made every tree that's pleasant to the sight. Now, name me or describe a tree that is not pleasant to look at.
Salakia, sir.
Come on now.
None.
Describe it. Describe a tree that is unpleasant to look at.
If I may add one, all trees are pleasant to look at, because I mean.
Okay, no. That's like saying all women are pleasant to look at. No, all women are pleasant to look at. Salakia. If she's from the 12 tribes, of course, that's bread and butter right there, brother, with gravy and jelly on the side.
Right.
That's pleasant and good and holy. Give the sisters of the 12 tribes a hand. Because they are exquisite to look at and do other things with. But not all women are good to look at. You get the point? I see Ethiopians and turn the other way. I change my whole direction. I can't stand them big ass foreheads. Get the point? Can't stand big forehead. My head done big already. Ain't enough room for all that head in here. That's right. Get the point? No, there's trees. Some trees are great to look at. Some trees are not good to look at. The scripture said the Lord planted the garden with trees that was beautiful to behold. It was good to look at. Describe to me, if the tree was a sister from the 12 tribes, how would that tree look at? Let me help you out. Salakia.
Salakia, so well, the Most High is really referring to nations, basically.
Okay. And you're right, but in the context of the brother's question with how the land was planted and the things we going at today, because he's asking if the vegetation today is the same as before. You get what I'm saying?
Can.
So now let's get this. What? Read scripture one more time, man.
Come on, God. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 8. And the Lord power planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. Verse 9. And out of the ground made the Lord power to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and great for food.
Right? So now, okay, now what the brother said is right. This is talking about the nations and the philosophies. But now into your question about the vegetation. Once again, the Lord is likening these other nations and powerful nations or whatever, the philosophies, to a tree. And a literal tree that grows and is good to look at. Describe to me a tree that's good to look at.
Come
on, Tazawo.
Like a nice Portugal tree, big, nice, rosy looking Portugals in it, you know? Yeah, flowers, your tree full, you know? No mistletoe, no diseases on it, nothing like that.
No, what is called that thing? No mealy bugs. No, you know, no termite eating the wood, nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's full, it's strong, it's tall, it's bearing fruit, always green. You get the point? All right, keep that in your mind, right? Keep going. Give me skip down to verse 10. Say again?
What chapter you want, sir? Because I have to leave.
Genesis 2. In Genesis 2, we started at 8 and 9. You go into 10 right now. And then we're going to skip forward to another part. All right, keep reading, Tazawo.
God. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden. And from thence it was parted and became into 4 heads. Verse 11. The name of the first is Pison.
Right.
That is it, which compasses the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold.
Yeah, good.
Verse 12, and the gold of that land is good. There is bdellium and the onyx stone. Verse 30, and the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is that compasses the whole land of Ethiopia. Verse 14, and the name of the third river is Hedikel, which is Slakia. That is it, which goes toward the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates.
Right? So those 4 rivers are the rivers that encompass the Garden of Eden, or the Middle East, or the land, or the biblical Israel. You get the point? I was looking for exactly which rivers are rich today. Not all the rivers are the same today. I believe the Euphrates is the same one. That one goes through Iraq, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Right, Euphrates. I think that one is the same one that goes through Iraq. The others, I have it written down where the Pison was the other one. The Gihon. Pison, Gihon, and what's the other one?
Hedikel, sir.
The Hedikel. Right, one is the Tigris and one is the Nile. I forget which one is which. I have it written down in my notes here. I'm looking for it. I'm gonna get it for you in a second. So that would be the 4 rivers that encompass the Garden of Eden, which later is our land Israel. You get the point? Not Israel today, but our land Israel. Now skip me to.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Question, sir. So that would be Israel before we moved to the land of Canaan, or what's our dwelling place?
No, that original land of Canaan that's where it is. Not Canaan as South Africa. Remember when we came out of Egypt, we had to go after we dwelt in the wilderness and the generations got wiped away. We had to go to war with Canaan and get them out the land. You understand? Because why? You know, the land, you see what's in the land. Onyx, all sorts of precious stones. The land was richer. Land was rich, and to a point still is today, because what's coming out of the ground? What's coming out of the ground right now out of our land?
Oil.
Go ahead. Oil. What's another word for oil?
Black, yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Gold.
Black gold. Get the point? It's like gold. It's like a precious stone, but it's black. You understand? Like the land was good. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now skip me to Numbers chapter 13. Give me Numbers chapter 13, start at 1.
Numbers chapter 13 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Send thou men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I gave unto the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall he send a man, every one a ruler among them.
You understand? So now, this is Moses giving us the order to go check out the land of Canaan, because we are about to go take it, because this is our land, right? This is our inheritance from who? Come on, Tazawa. Of course, the Lord has given it to us, but inheritance. Inheritance means you have to get it from who? From your father. So who is this our land from? God. From Adam. Look, give your card a hand. Your card, your sharp back there, boy. From back there, yeah. This street is knocking it down. All right, no sweat. I got something for you. You think you're smart? Right. I got a question for you. Don't worry. When I call your name, just know that question is for you. Let me see how good you can do. But that's right, from Adam. Remember, Adam was given dominion over the earth. Adam was planted in the Garden of Eden. We are direct descendants of Adam. Everybody is. But Adam, our line goes back to Adam. You get the point? Adam is counted from that. Everybody is, of course, because of the flood. But our line definitely goes to that. You get the point? So now he's telling them, go check the land, because, you know, you're about to take it. All right, skip down to 16.
Numbers chapter 13 and verse 16. These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land. And Moses called Hoshea the son of Nun, Jehoshua, verse 17. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, get you up this way southward, and go up to the mountain, Slakia, go up into the mountain, and see the land.
So,
what it is, Slakia,
now he's sending them to spy on the land, right?
God.
This ain't no Christian church.
Right.
A Christian, if a Christian spy is on your son taking a piss, that's what a Christian spy do. He over the window, he over the damn bathroom door like, ooh wee, ooh boy. If he's spying, he ain't spying on land, he's spying on your boy.
Right.
He's spying on man. He ain't spying on land, he's spying on man. All right, keep going.
God. And see the land, what it is, and the people that dwell therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many.
Why he's checking that out?
Yes, sir. To see if they could take themselves, to see if we could conquer themselves.
Okay. Not in this situation, I must say that's flat out wrong. Why is that wrong? Your card, yes, come on, your card. Come on, your card. You think you're sharp? Let me see. Star. Now, anybody.
Battle strategy, sir.
What do you mean battle strategy?
Well,
No, wait, hold on. Don't skip over it. You say to see if we could win. That's wrong. Why is that wrong?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Because it doesn't matter how much numbers they have, sir. My bad.
Because what?
Because the Lord is with us, sir. Yes, sir.
Not only is the Lord with us, the Lord said that's our land. Get the point? This have nothing to do with if we could take them. Get the point? The Lord said that's our land. And later on, you're going to see this is where some of the men messed up. Some of the men came back scared that we couldn't take them, that we was going to lose. And those men didn't go to war. Get the point? So he went to see what was what. You understand? If you go into war, so hard notice, if you go into war, you want to know if you're going to take the knife or the 38.
Yeah.
You're going to take the Desert Eagle or the 45. You're going to take the sword off or the AK. Right. You want to know what I need. You know, sometimes you might need the AK. It might make too much noise. At the point, you don't need that. It's too big. And you can get in there, lay everybody out, and come back up. You get the point? It's strategy. Right? So he sent the men to spy. All right? Skip me down to... No, keep reading.
Come on, God. Verse 19. And what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities there be, and what cities there be that they dwell in, whether in tents or in strongholds.
You understand? So he checking it out. You ain't just going into a fight not knowing who you're fighting.
Right.
Right? Any brother that plays sports, if you go and play a team, all right, some teams you know is trash, you know you're beating them. But other teams, you don't know who this team is. What do you do if you are a good player or a good coach?
Scout. Team. Salakia. You
doing your homework on them. You're trying to see who doing what. You're trying to see how, you know, it's strategy. How I'm going to beat this team. I could beat this team. The Lord said it's mine, so that means I could beat this team. But once again, we are not Christian. Lord said if you obey him, victory is yours, right? That's what the Christians say. So what does the Christian do knowing that victory is theirs?
Go
ahead.
The relaxer.
A Christian eats pork. Victory is mine. If you claim it, you can claim it. Ashkalaba. Oh, Jesus, give me a new house. Oh, Poopa Jesus. Forget if it's a Benjamin. Poopa Jesus, Lord Poopa Jesus. A Christian never goes to war to win. A Christian just sits there and believe they could win because, you know, the Bible says victory in the name of Jesus. Nigga, you got to go fight.
Right.
You better pick up and go fight. That pork you're eating, somebody had to kill that pig. You get the point for you to eat that pork? You once again, keep that in mind. We're not Christian. The Lord said, that's yours. That don't mean it's easy. You know what I mean? If a father have a bad daughter, bad as could be, ready of marriageable age, never knew no man, he come to you. He come to you, Bayan. Bayan, I want you to marry my daughter, brother. She is yours. Does that mean you just had to show up and get naked? No. You gotta go and spit game to her and get her, ready. You get the point? But a Christian gonna just show up and take off clothes. All right, where's she at? Where's she at? You know what? Forget your daughter. Where's your son? That's a Christian. Like that's the Lord. Even though the Lord give you something, you're gonna have to fight for it.
Right.
Or else why are we in the truth? If the kingdom going to be built regardless, why are you here? Why am I here? Why we just don't go eat pork and get high and have sex with thousands of women, heathens and all kind of unlawful sex, and just know we'll be reborn into the kingdom? Nah, that's a Christian way. That's a Christian way. I sharpens my sword, brother. It sharpens my sword because it's war. You get the point?
Sending
them to spy. Keep reading.
Verse 19. Verse 20, Salakia. And whether the land, and what the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether there be wood therein or not, and be ye of good courage, and bring the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first strike grapes. Verse 21. So they went up and searched the land from the wilderness.
So he told them, bring back the fruit from the land, because now was the time that the grapes was being ripe. Now was the time you could pick. You understand? They ain't just start coming out. They're ripe. You get the point?
Another one gone.
No, give me from verse 23.
Numbers chapter 13 and verse 23. And they came unto the brook of Eshor, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bare it between two upon a staff.
Hold on. Stop right there. Read that again.
And they came unto the brook of Eshor, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bare it between two upon a staff.
No, okay, understand this. These, keep reading.
And they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs.
All right, now listen to this. These is, okay, if Moses sending these men to spy, what kind of men is he sending? Come on, Makar. Say again?
Warlords.
Say it one more time.
Warlords.
I hear you. I prefer the term soldier, but I'll take warlord. You know why? Because a soldier follows orders. Point. A soldier follows. He does what he's told. A soldier, that's a soldier. But I'll take warlord. So now imagine they cut down one bunch of grapes and a few other fruit, and they had to tie them on a staff, and two men have to carry it. Two soldiers, two warlords, two men who Moses trust enough to, take on a smaller army if they had to meet it. How big was them fruit?
Big.
Brother, a baby could hold a bunch of grapes.
No.
Two grown men had to put them grapes on a staff, put it on the shoulder, and carry that bunch. Hell no. Whatever we have today ain't shit compared to what growing in the kingdom.
Right.
You get the point?
Can.
Imagine that big bunch of grapes. You know how much wine that is, Zach? Everybody mad with Lot. Everybody mad with Lot because Lot get a little drunk. Nigga, that shit you drinking today ain't no good wine. Brother, you can imagine wine from them grapes?
Right.
Shit.
Why?
You are, brother. I ain't got to say no more. You get the point? Like what we getting now is just ridiculous. Even every now and then, in some agricultural place or some farm, Lord would have some huge watermelon grow or some huge pawpaw grow. You know, something that's just is like, whoa. This is gigantic. Imagine a place where that's normal. Now you see what we fell from.
Canada one
Now you see what we didn't have to worry about food and shit. There's enough to go around and sell to them heathens at a ridiculous markup. You get the point? Like that's our land. And the Lord wants you to go fight for it. You want it? Go fight for it. This is my daughter. Listen, she ain't no man. She bad as could be. She could wash. She could cook. You know what I mean? She know her way around the house. She ain't no fool. You could give her money. She gonna go to town and buy good stuff for you. I want you to have her. Go ahead, brother. What you gonna do?
Right.
You better put on your game face. You better jump in the shower quick. Brush that beard with some beard oil. Go see your guy for a headpiece. Go see Nahab for some armbands. Get your jewelry right. On a UPK shirt, because if you show up there in purple, she surely ain't.
Yeah, right.
She gonna shut the door on your ass. If she, if she accept that, she ain't no good.
Right.
Right. You gonna have to go in there fresh. You gonna have to go to war and spend some game. I show up at the door. What's going on? Since I'm Captain Mashak, I run things around here. I run you too. You just don't know it yet. You know what I mean? Go inside. Let me sit down next to you. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to spit some game to her and get her to co-sign what her father said. What you want to happen is her to go to her father and say, "Daddy, I want him," but she don't even know the father wanted you for her anyway. You get the point? Lord, that land is ours. The Lord gave it to us. Them heathens want it because it's good. You get the point? The land is good. Go kill them heathens and take it. And that's why the land was good. What it was bringing forth was ridiculous. Once again, the metaphor in Genesis, trees that was good to look at. Imagine you into food and you're looking at this tree that just bearing fruit out, fruit until next year, brother. You get the point? You got goats and cattle that's strong and ain't looking funny. You get the point? Ain't malnutrition, and it's just overflowing. It's blessed by the Lord. You get the point? No sweat. Ricard?
Yes, sir. So you also come to this for what the heathen did to Israel. That wherever Israel dwelt, the land was very fertile. That is why they always want to come and see what we have.
Say that one more time.
So you also compare it to Israel, wherever Israel dwelt, even to this day. The heathen will come and take the land because the land is so fertile wherever Israel is.
Okay, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I would say the heathen would come to take our land because we come with the land today. You get the point? Today's world, we come with the land because we are largely slaves, we are largely separated. And we come with the land, and more precious and valuable than any fruit, than any bar of gold, than any herd of cattle, is a nigger, a Hispanic, or a Native Indian who doesn't know their identity. That person and the entire family will work for you until they die. And that's what the heathens know. So it's not so much our land, but our workforce is the most valuable thing on the earth. You get the point? That's why they come after us all the time. The Chinaman leave all the way from the Far East to buy a grocery store in Jamaica. Why? Because the cassava is so big? Nah, because will come buy from me all day long, and I'll make money. You get the point? That's more the reason. All right? We good to go?
Sir.
All right, that was it?
Oh, that's it. Yes, sir.
Are we good to go to questions, right? All right, give me Ephesians 2. and chapter 1. Hold on, check Facebook. If you have any questions on Facebook, just type them in. Of course, you all know pay your tithes. Make sure you all hit that link. Drop your tithes in, drop your donations in. Make sure you all hit up that link. Brothers in here working very hard. Man, Gen.YAHANNA working very, very hard to get the school to where it is and where it needs to be again in the future. You know what I mean? Every ounce, every penny, everything we have, we got to put it in. Now is the time to get busy. Get the point? Now is the time to get busy with it. Bear with me one. I did not read what was going on Facebook. All right, let me just address this one time. Peace Street, whoever you are, right? He said, you say you don't, but you criticize. Farrakhan has done more for the black community in terms of reaching the black man to do for self and to take care of his family. What have you done in terms of helping black community rather than throw stones at Farrakhan? First off, what Farrakhan did has helped Islam and the Arabs more than the black community. Elijah Muhammad has helped Arabs more than the black community. Don't think for a second that just because black men say Assalamu alaikum and what's the other thing they say, Inshallah, and not cutting people's heads off is better. Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, all they did was translate or transfer our slavery from one slave master to another.
Right.
But slaves as Christians, we take a long tie, put a bow tie on, and now we slaves to the Muslims. You get the point? We still serving another nation and another God. And to even look at it as he did something to help the black community and contribute to black men providing for themselves and learning something. Let me tell you something, man. That is no life compared to what the Lord has for us.
Right.
You understand? And to glory in it, knowing better now. I could understand if back then he was like, damn, Islam really is the way, whatever, whatever. I could see, I'm not saying it was right, but I could see you going there and doing it. But knowing what I know now, brother, that is pennies on a dollar. That is being short-changed. That is just a plaster for a sore. That's a plaster for, imagine you have a wound that needs stitches and a man come with 10 band-aids. And because you tired of bleeding out, you is like, yeah, let me put these band-aids on. Brother, you're bleeding out. You're still bleeding out. You're just looking good bleeding out. Islam ain't never did nothing for black people but encourage us to worship a false God. And above all, make black men with bow ties and kufis and Qurans hate other black men without bow ties and kufis and Qurans. I came from a country and lived through a coup, which is an overthrow of a government by a man who served Islam, who was an imam, who was on first name basis with Muammar Gaddafi, would fly to Libya and talk to Gaddafi. And this man sanctioned the murder of innocent black people. And when I say innocent, relative to whatever them Arabs teaching you, sanctioned the murder of it. Muslims today would tell you it's okay to sell a non-Muslim drugs. As long as he's not a Muslim, you could sell him drugs. Don't tell me nothing about they did more for black people. And if they did so goddamn much, what is he doing now? Why are we not better off? History would show you black people's condition in the 40s, 50s, and 60s is better than what we live in today.
Right.
History would show you that. We wasn't billionaires, but we were much better off as a community and a society. Islam became big in what, the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And now we got crack babies, AIDS, homosexuality. Nation of Islam is just another arm of Christianity that destroyed black people.
That's right.
It destroyed black people. Now listen, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are brothers and sisters in Islam, just like there are brothers and sisters in the church or in gangs or in something else that have a sincere love for their people, that really believe their way will help black people. And to those people, I pray the Lord makes a flyer reach your doorstep so you could come on the side that really fights for black people. Those are black people, Israelites, serving in another religion. Muhammad Ali is a prime example. You look at Muhammad Ali and think everybody sees Islam. But Muhammad Ali is the son of a slave, not the son of an Arab. What he was saying could not be found in any Quran. Show me in the Quran where it says the white man is the goddamn devil. Show me in the Quran where it says, do not trust the white man. Muhammad Ali got up and said that. Muhammad Ali went to jail, not because of no Arab, but because of black people. Because of black people, he would not serve in America's military. He said, what did the Vietnam do to me? You the one calling me nigger. You the one lynching me. You the one hanging me. I ain't got no war with them. My war is with you. That's a black man. That's not an Arab.
Right.
You get the point? It's the Israelites in these religions that make it great. Not the other way around. The religions don't make the man great. Every religion we in, we make it great. We made Rastafarianism great. We made it palatable to the world. We made Islam great, made it palatable to the world. Right now, we making Christianity great. Don't tell me nothing about what Farrakhan did. Let me tell you something. The knowledge of this Bible, the knowledge that comes out of One West ISUPK is more valuable than every page in that Quran.
Damn right.
And furthermore, Muslims in the nation of Islam, Most High in Christ, y'all don't even follow the Quran.
That's right.
You don't. Because if you did, you would be jihading the hell out of America for the sake of your brothers. You don't even follow what you hold dear. Because it's a false religion, man. I have every right to criticize Farrakhan. I have every right to criticize Malcolm X, just like I have every right to criticize T.D. Jakes. You Muslims think Farrakhan immune because he ain't no Christian. I would tell you straight up, he's a Christian. And once again, I know there's brothers and sisters in there, like every religion, like every gang, like everything the world offers, that have a sincere love for their people. And I pray daily you find the ISUPK so we can stand side by side and really free black people. But that religion is a false religion. And Farrakhan has led our people into a burning house out his own mouth. So Peace Street, whatever your name is, I hope you're attached to some mosque somewhere. Go back and tell your imam or your elder deacon or your big brother, whatever it is, that he on that slave ship was no Quran. That slave ship was no Aki. That slave ship was no kufi and no dress. That slave ship was niggers. It was Israelites.
Right.
That's prophesied in the Bible. That's prophesied in the Bible, not the Quran.
That's right.
Get the point? Whatever little that Farrakhan did that seemed to be a positive effect wasn't because of no Quran. That's just how black men do because we're Israelites. Everywhere we go, we can form something strong and structured and organized that we can live. You lock brothers up in prison, they will form an organization where people could eat. You don't see them prison videos? You don't see them? Galawan, wasn't it you sent me some prison video with the brothers in Trinidad? Had they into Rastafarianism, Orthodox, so they have the Sabbath day, and they done portioned out the food so every brother could eat. That ain't because of Rastafarianism, Mark. That's because we are Israelites. This is the same thing slaves would do before we had religion.
Right.
But make sure we judge it. So don't tell me I ain't got no right to talk about Farrakhan, man. As long as he alive and pushing that Islam, I got every right to talk about him. I got every right to talk about T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollar. I got every right to talk about them. Because they're just as harmful to us as the white man. Just as harmful to us. All right?
Salaki, sir.
Come on with it,
when you mentioned that our people are black people or Israelites, and the reason why we're doing this thing is not because of religion. I have a scripture.
Come on with it.
Romans chapter 10 and verse 2.
Thank you, thank you.
For I bear them record that they have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge.
You understand? Like we have a zeal to serve the Lord, but not according to knowledge. If Farrakhan went in there thinking that Islam was the way, that was a zeal to serve the Lord, but that ain't the right way. If he had knowledge, he would know that that's the religion of the Arabs. He would know that a white man gave you your whole format for the Nation of Islam.
Right.
I ain't following no goddamn white man. So I'm a run from the white man in Christianity to a white man in Islam. You're trading slave masters.
Right.
It's no different than I work for McDonald's today. Next week, Burger King paying 25 cents more. I'll go work for Burger King. It's no different than LeBron leaving Cavs to go play for Lakers. Does that mean he's free? No. He's still a ball player. And he never owned nothing. When I say no own nothing, meaning he ain't owning the league. He's still on the plantation. You get the point? Because, of course, I ain't knocking LeBron, not too hard, because of what he doing for black people, for a man in the world. You get the point? That wasn't religion. That was a black man watching black people die while he lives like a king in America. He did what a king would do. He did what a man from the tribe of Judah would do for his people, which is what every brother from every tribe would do for their people. You get my point?
Right,
that's what it is. Like I'll speak on Farrakhan every goddamn day. Go tell him I'm talking about him. In fact, call him now and tell him exactly you're talking about him, or whoever is your local imam or whatever. They sit down in a room and they see if what they follow is what God says, or what they marry to is because of pride and ego and carnal power that they don't want to give up.
Right.
You understand? A seat and riches that they don't want to give up. While black people die, you want to remain in some seat of failing power just for your own pride and ego. Let's see if that's what it really is.
Salakia, sir.
Come on quickly.
And he has hours and hours and hours of recorded video talking about the Bible.
Exactly. He don't talk about the Quran. What scripture? Listen, Farrakhan straight up and down stole Commanding General Yohanna analysis of slavery in Egypt, slavery in America. Nowhere else on the street art was you seeing slavery in Egypt. We have a sign that's UPK certified. Slavery in Egypt, slavery in America. Farrakhan did a whole lecture about 4 years ago in Atlanta on it. Where is that in the Quran? Where is it? Farrakhan knows we are the real Jews. He says it. Were you the children of Israel? Then why are you still Muslim? Now let me give you the bigger understanding. Farrakhan is not a Muslim. He's just a leader who's in charge of a lot of people. He said it himself. He's Christian. He's this. He's that. He believed there are many ways to one God. He said that on a tape. That's not in the Bible. There ain't many ways to one God. There's one way to the Lord. And that's one, being the blood of an Israelite, the seed of an Israelite, and two, obeying the Lord. That's it. You get the point? Farrakhan long been done with Islam. Right now, he just perpetuating his seat of power. I have a question to you. What's his name? Peace Street? Why are you still Muslim? Why are you still following Islam when the Arabs don't give a damn about you?
Right.
The religion you push and prop up, the Arabs don't give a flying, excuse my language, F about you. Why you still? I could understand Farrakhan, he in charge. Everywhere he go, he's loved. You understand? Sitting on millions, have a damn helipad with his own helicopter. Why are you still a Muslim? I know you ain't making Farrakhan money. I know you ain't in charge like it. Prove to me why you still Muslim. The Quran is a lie. When it comes to black people, if you're an Arab, Quran it up. Muslim all the way. But if you're a black man, a Hispanic or Native Indian, why in the hell are you Muslim? Answer me that first before you tell me I can't talk about Farrakhan. Listen, Commander Gen.YAHANNA, damn near 10 years ago, gave me the license to go anywhere he sent me on the earth to say whatever the F I want.
That's right. That's right. I'm ready.
Islam is a failure. Farrakhan has led us in error.
Right.
Go tell him that.
That's right.
I'll take orders from him. All right? Give me Ephesians 2:1.
Okay, so repeat the scripture again, sir. Ephesians 2:1.
Ephesians 2:1.
God. All I came of it. Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 1. And you had he flock, and you had the quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins, wherein time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit now worketh in the children of disobedience.
All right, hold on. We're going to slow down, all right?
Hold on.
We're going to slow down. Give me, hold on. I'm going to line my shit up. Salakia. Give me, let's start it over again one more time.
Hold on. Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 1. And you had the quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins, wherein time past you walked, wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Ooh, keep going.
Verse 3. Among whom also we all had our conversation in times past, in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
All right. Somebody help me out. What are we talking about? You want to start it from the beginning again?
Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 1. And you are the quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins. Verse 2. Wherein time past. Wherein in time past.
Give me the first verse. What does the first verse say? What does that say? What's the first verse say? Explain it to me. Break it down.
Verse 1, and most I changed, most I quicken you woke up then. Who were dead, I was dead, walking in trespasses and sins, and all amongst our violation.
All right, so now, who is first off, this is Paul writing to the brothers in Ephesus, right? And he's saying, you who were quickened, meaning what? You who are now in the truth. You who now woken up. You get the point? You who now have the understanding. Who in times past, you were dead. Not physically dead, but... Go ahead.
Spiritually dead.
Spiritually dead. Why are we spiritually dead? Your card.
Salakia.
Go ahead. Because we were not keeping the law. All right, we were not keeping the law. Hold on, do me a favor. Let's, if possible, could Baryath come up a little bit more? You know what I mean? Says if you could sit on the other side where the sister section is, if it's not a problem, unless you're feeding the baby back there or something. Because, okay, Bayat sitting right behind you, and I can't see him. It's only when you put down your hand I seen him. So even if the sister sits on your right, in those chairs over there, even Bayat could sit there. I'll be able to see him there. You get what I mean?
Are you seeing him now?
Okay, that's good, but I don't want him, you know, let's keep it UPK. Let the sister sit on the right. The brother sit, but Barrier, you could go right back there, almost where the sister was sitting. You know, unless of course you're back there because of the kids or the baby, I could understand that. But come more, don't sit directly behind your car, because I ain't gonna see you when you raise your hand. He was right behind. It was only when he put his hand down I saw you. All right, that's Toab. I believe that's Toab. I can see him now. All right. Okay, your card. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. was to say that we did not have the law at the time. We were not following the law, keeping the law.
We wasn't keeping the law. That's correct. Since you want to go more on the right side, the right traditionally. Let's try to keep the tradition of the school. Traditionally, the left side, which would be my right, which is where the brothers is at, is the brother's side. My left, which would be your right, would be the side for the sisters. All right?
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead. Who's that? Shakan?
Shakan, yeah. I was saying in Romans 7:14, talking about the law is spiritual and you shouldn't follow. You should say, meaning like you shouldn't follow.
Say that one more time. Yeah, it says just go all the way to the right. The chairs that against the wall. That's better. All right, so gotta want help out there. Just make sure she understands what I'm saying. Let's go all the way to the right side. That's on the wall versus where the brothers is at. Even if she wants to come further up front, that's fine. But she don't have to be in the back. All right, no sweat. Go ahead.
Children, they're running helter-skelter.
Okay, I mean, shit, let them run helter-skelter, man. That's the only place they could do it. Anywhere else, somebody gonna shoot them or bust their head.
Or Salakis, or try to touch them.
Or try to touch them, hell. Yeah, don't worry about that in here.
Canada.
They ain't really disrupting me. I don't know if they're disrupting you, but let them be happy, man. Let them, when they, a few years, they're gonna be happy because they could come to class and have fun and be kids. Get the point?
Right.
Don't grow them up like the church. Sit down, shut your mouth. Listen. They're 5. What the hell are they gonna listen to? Get the point? Let them do what they're doing, man. Shit. All right. Okay. So we were dead in breaking God's law. All right.
Okay.
So now let's see what Paul is telling them about God's law. And why we so much it's so difficult to do it in this kingdom. Keep going.
Verse 2. Wherein in time past walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
All right. So now, what it says, wherein in the time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air. Who got me? Who there? Where are Shah? Where Trooper Shah? Trooper Shah in the building? He in the house?
Okay.
Where Shah? You there? What's good? Wait, my man. Where my nigga at, man? What? Car trouble.
Yeah.
Man, gotta want to make sure everybody do 50 push-ups after the class, yeah? How much cars we have in the room? Everybody who have a car in the room there, raise your hand. So wait, between all of you all got how many? 1, 2, 3, right? Like 12 wheels and 3 spares, and you telling me a nigga can't come to class because of car trouble?
The luck you said.
I don't want to read the announcements. Class done. I'm done. You all had 12 wheels and 3 spares, and a man home because of car trouble? Somebody working with Satan. Who it is? Somebody working for Satan. Somebody just signed a contract with Satan. Y'all get on the phones, man. Get on the phones. You coming to class today? What's going on? How everything going? Y'all get together, man. Y'all communicate, all right? If he's sick, if he's slaving, then that's something else. But as long as he wants to come to class, there should be no reason why he can't come to class. You get the point? Now, if you're telling me, Shah doing some dumb shit and he don't want to come no more, well, all right then. I'll leave that. But if the brother, listen, Shah, if you're online right now, type in who you call so I could make sure that brother pays. Right? This is Shah chance to get some get back. Just type
Right.
in name or text me personally. Tell me who you called and said, nah, Salakia, I can't come pick you up. Let me get back now. Nah, I'm joking. But you know, you'll work that out a little bit better, all right? Taza War in class and Shaw not in class. What the hell is that? Taza War coming from Mars. He and Galawan. That's coming literally from Mars on a goddamn spaceship. And Shaw not in class? Come on, Ark. Don't worry. Shaw, go take a drink for you, Ark. Don't worry about it. I see the brethren here among. I see the brotherhood. I'm charging everybody tonight. Don't worry about it. Hell. All right, let me get in times past, you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air. Somebody who has not had this breakdown before.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Shakan.
Go ahead, Ak.
Yeah, well, according to the prince of the power of the air, talking about Satan.
All right. So explain it to me. In times past, you walk according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air. Anybody? Bayaf?
Course of the nations, sir.
Say that one more time.
Course of the nations. And the lost and ways of the nations.
No. You know why? Okay, that's you're right, but not good enough. You're in the right direction though, but not good enough.
Could I try Salakia?
Go ahead. Who's that?
Go
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ak.
Oh, yo, okay. I was saying, like, when it said ye walk according to the course of the wall, meaning like that person giving into their flesh.
Okay. You giving into your flesh. Okay. Giving into your flesh would be good if you obeyed the Lord.
Oh.
Get the point? Meaning this. And I like, okay, I'm going to use the example of sex because it's something everybody could understand. There comes a time in every man and woman's life, your flesh requires you to have sex. You get the point? But different people, the requirement is increased, or the urge or the desire is increased. But for the most part, everybody develops that desire for sex, right? If you don't listen to the Lord, what do you do with your flesh? Go ahead, Tazawa.
You disobey him.
You disobey him. So then what do?
Do what you want to do as opposed to the guidelines that he gave you to do what he wants you to do.
On the example.
So, you break the 6-month rule. You break the...
Okay.
The Bible...
Salakia. Let me just make this clear. The 6-month rule is not a law of the Bible. It's the rules of the school. You get the point? The 6-month rule is not, you know, Moses didn't give a 6-month rule. The rules of the school, which is why if you break it, you get fined. You get the point? You get fined or you get chastised. But it's not like, you know, being a homosexual. You get the point? That's a different thing. You get the point? Okay. You give into your flesh. You typically go ahead, Gabar.
It's saying that well, if you give into your flesh, not according to the law, you would be committing adultery. You would be having sex with whores. You'd be doing things that are unlawful.
That's it. You'd be committing adultery, which is having sex with another man's woman, which is the majority of the sex brothers be having. You would be having sex with whores, which is again the majority. of the sex brothers is having and sisters. Shit. Listen, if brothers were given to their flesh and obey the Lord, there would be no Villa Capri. Right? For the brothers who don't know, Villa Capri is a famous whorehouse in Trinidad. Famous, brother. Famous. It's so famous, when the cops pull up, nobody think it's a raid. It's just, you know, shift change. Wow. Cops pull up, the lights on, but them cops in there. Yeah, I mean, it's a shift change. You get the point?
Damn.
Now, if you did give into your flesh and obey the Lord, you would follow his laws. I can't have sex. I want to have sex. I can't have sex with whores. I can't, if I'm a woman, I can't go have sex with another woman. That would be lesbianism. If I'm a man, I cannot go have sex with another man. I must find somebody who is of age and have sex with that person if they're from the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
And of course, if you're a man, that woman must not be another man's woman. Must not be under a certain age. That woman must not, you know, be half drunk and can't say no or yes. Get the point? Right? This is going to have to be fully consensual. You get the point?
Now
read that last scripture again, that last part.
Ephesians 2 verse 2.
Uh-huh.
According to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Salaki, read it from the beginning of verse 2. Salaki.
Wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air.
Right. So in times past, the things we did was according to the course of the world. Right? As the world turns. Right? According to the course of the world, that's how we operated. Right? According to the prince of the power of the air. What is that talking about? Who's that? What, Makar?
That's talking about the Antichrist Christianity, sir.
50%. 50%, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, hold on. Let me give you a chance, Makar. Let me give you a chance. Why you say the Antichrist?
Because the Antichrist is against Christ, and also tied with Christianity, because that is the whole doctrine and philosophy against the wisdom of the Most High.
So, when you say the Antichrist, do you mean there's only one? Oh shit! We have a next sniper on the wing, boy. You'll coordinate this shit. You're focusing on the card and Makar sneaking up on the left. All right. And you'll leave Shah home. I see how to keep the 6 pounds. I see how to keep 2 guns on deck for this crew here. This crew here, you're surrounded me like wolves. I mean, wolves dead. I mean, the lion. I used the lions. Lions come straight at your throat. The snake come straight at your throat. I'll watch y'all. Y'all have me turned around. You're right. All right. I'll take that. Your card.
In verse 2, it's talking about Esau, the devil, wherein in that time, Paul is dealing with Israel, who living as the Romans, following Roman customs, one ways. So, you know, he wanted to come out that they have the spirit of the white man.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Yo, listen. Your card, since you're so sharp, next week, make sure every brother is in class. All right? I want you to make sure and unite everybody. You're absolutely right. It's on that, right? And especially how you lined it up with what it's saying, the prince of the power of the air. Now, the scripture is saying the reason we sin is because the white man, who is the devil, is in charge of everything.
Right.
How are you proving it? Go ahead.
Right? Him being the prince of the power of the air. Every media outlet, everything that he broadcasts, everything that he pushes out to the air, what is accepted as a norm or what is acceptable in society is pushed and governed by the white man.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
Everything. Excellent. Everything is in the air. It's just a way of Israel. Like, it's an expression. Around Christmas time, what do people say? Christmas is in the air. You don't feel the spirit? Y'all remember that, right? At Christmas time, everybody extra happy. Everybody's singing and, you know, gifts and cleaning the house and painting the floor and curtains. Some of you sisters back there were sewing the hell out of a curtain for Christmas. Y'all was doing it. Ain't nobody put a gun to your head to sew them curtains. But what coming through the radio? Christmas time, Christmas time. Dun, 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 dun. Or that Noel. That Noel always gets everybody. Noel, Noel. You in the Christmas spirit. You know. It's Chris, and you can't even argue the right way. We're talking about Hushima, it's Christmas. We're supposed to love each other. It's Christmas. Where does that come from? You understand? Where does that whole vibe come from? Go ahead, your card.
Can we also use this precept for that as well? And precept that Job, we just give it to the hands of the book.
You see in my notes or something? Let me know. Let me know. I have that precept right here. Your card, I realize what's going on with you, your card. I see what's going on with you. You're right. That's one of the precepts. All right, let's get into the break. Don't call me over the time. Give me Job 1:7. Give me somebody hold Job. Let me get some other readers. Also to Akim, as troopers, what you want to do is find every reason and every excuse to do every duty of a trooper so you'll become perfect as a trooper. Right? Some brothers have a longer time being a trooper. Some brothers have a shorter time being troopers. It's all the Lord's decision. But you want to use your time to be proficient as a trooper, because a good trooper will make a good officer. Excellent trooper breeds an excellent officer. Excellent officer will breed an excellent captain. Excellent captain will be an excellent general, and so on and so on. You get the point? So now, one of the duties of being a trooper is reading, right? And of course, until you get on the street, which would be very soon. Don't tell nobody. Which would be very, very soon. All right? Don't tell nobody. You'll want to use every opportunity you can to practice reading. Read out loud. You get the point? Practice reading in the rhythm, read out loud, flipping through the Bible, gain everything. So Taza War, you relieve for the rest of the night from reading, all right? All right, you can take a break. Give Taza War a hand for reading. I see why Shine make it to class. You all relying on one man to do every goddamn thing. Now we're going to spread the burden around. All right, somebody else. One man hold Job 1:7. Next man hold Job 9:24. Next man hold 2 Thessalonians 2:8. All right, I have some more precepts after that. All right. Job 1:7, quick.
The book of Job, chapter 1:7.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou, Slakia? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth.
From going where?
To and fro in the earth.
From going to and fro in the earth. Who is Satan?
The white man.
No. Next time, say Salakia too, Shakan. All right? Say Salakia, raise your hand. Just wait till I call on you. Who is Satan? Go ahead, Gabal.
Satan is an angel of the Lord.
Satan is an angel of the Lord. All right? Skip up one verse where he said the sons of the Lord gathered.
Verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. And present themselves before the Lord. And Satan came also among them.
Right? The sons of God in this context are the angels of the Lord. Get the point? right? As many as are led by the Spirit of the Lord, the same he gave power to be the sons of God. All right? Satan was also among them. Satan is an angel of the Lord that does the Lord's bidding. Good point? And he does it with purpose and excellent. Excellent. He's an absolute excellent angel. You get the point? I'm going to say excellent, meaning in executing his duty. You get the point? He does his duty. He has a job to do and he does it. He does it. If you think I'm lying, go look at a crack baby. Go look at the whorehouse and the stripper house. Go look at the amount of homosexual. Listen, go read the story about Adam and Eve. You think Satan joking? Nigga had the office since the garden and ain't lose it yet. He does his job. So now, Satan come before the Lord to present themselves, meaning they having a council, right? When y'all become officers, Lord allow, you're going to be invited into the UPK Major Council where you're going to have to show and present all the work you've been doing in the name of the Lord to further the school, to raise up Israel and teach. All right, ask Galawan. His shoulders is heavy with instructions and duties and tasks that he has to go execute and then come report on it. All right, that's why he's so quiet. Right now, he's running in his mind, oh shit, I have this, that to do. You'll be thinking Galawan zoning out. Galawan figuring out how the hell not to get checked at the end of the month. All right, so now, as Israel is, this, how does the prayer goes? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. The same way it's set up down here in the UPK is the same way it's set up there. You get the point? The Lord has a council where you present things to him. What's going on, what's not going on, who doing what. If there's something that needs to be done, the elders chip in and say, well, listen, this is what we should do, that's what we should do. He hear it out and he go with whatever plan. So Satan coming to present himself to the Lord. And he said what? Read again.
Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan,
right? So wait, he said, going to and fro in the earth and walking up and down in it. Right? What does that mean? Go ahead.
I believe that he's walking up and down, speaking about him performing his job, putting his spirit in man, what would I say, in the heathens.
Stop right there. Not the heathen. Whoever.
Yeah.
Ever was Adam a heathen?
No.
All right. Did Adam listen to Satan?
No.
Yes, because Eve listened to Satan and Adam listened to Eve. You get the point? Y'all think when your woman coming with something left, it coming from her. You arguing with Eve, you really arguing with the TV. Arguing with the radio. You arguing with T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollar. You understand? You arguing with some bro, you really arguing with Farrakhan. You ever argue with a bro who into Islam? Shit. Like you're talking to a nigga. All the sisters should just go out the window. You get the point? Because you're really talking to a key from the mosque. Because that's her influence. You get the point? Satan influences people. Influence. You get the point? That's why around Valentine's Day, what kind of music they play? Not just love music. You have to be sharp. What kind of music they playing around Valentine's Day?
Go
ahead.
All right. What I've noticed is like more or less make backup music, and I can love you better music.
Like you used to listen a lot of them songs.
Salakia, sir.
Cut it. Sandwiches.
Salakia, Brian McKnight.
It's not just the love songs. They play the breakup songs. The heartache songs. Because that Valentine is that person from 2 years ago who you wanted to have sex with or did have sex with. And, you know, for whatever reason, Christmas didn't work out because you didn't get the expensive iPhone from your boyfriend. So by January, you're beefing. And then February come around. And then the first love, nothing, something, then your first love. And, what was the other one? Trey songs come on, but Mr. Steal Your Girl, Boyfriend Number 2, I Can Love You Better. I Can't Help But Wait. Say that again, Shakan.
I hate that song bad, yeah.
I feel Shakan hand for righteous indignation. I feel ya. Get the point? I can't help but wait. Wait on what, nigga?
Right.
Line, Salaki, excuse my language. Wait on what? That starts playing. To do what? To influence you. To put you in the mood. All of a sudden, you're going back to that text you never deleted. At about 2 a.m. February 14th. You up? Smiley face. Send. You get back a message at 2:15. Who is this? Oh, you forget me already? Such and such. By 4, send the text at send the text. Send the text at 2 a.m. By 2:15, they reply. By 4:15, you catching an Uber to wherever they're at. Or shit, in your case, you might be starting one of the cars you didn't use to pick up Shah with.
Right.
Any point? That's because of influence. If them songs wasn't playing, you wouldn't care. Right. Or if the songs was, you know, an adulterer is a weak nigga. An adulterer is an effeminate. An adulterer is a homosexual.
Right.
Any woman who whore on her man ain't worth the air in her lungs. If the song was in that spirit, you would never call her back. Because in the back of your mind, she a whore. You get the point?
Right.
Any sister receiving a text from a certain brother would know that this nigga is a homo because he know I got a man and he trying to have sex with me, not because he like me, but because he have a beef with my husband. And he knows nothing would hurt my husband more than for him to have sex with me. Which this is not really about me,
right? About
my husband. So wait, the thought of my husband makes him angry and his rod gets hard. He's a homosexual. I will never have sex with him. If that was the spirit in them songs, there would be no problems in the earth. But Satan is going to and fro. Every single song, every movie, y'all like Power. What time is it? 9 o'clock. I know y'all mad because y'all missing Power. Everybody like Power. Power is about hoeing. Hoes central. Hoeing and killing and hoeing and killing. It's the influence of everything. You get the point? The earth doing it. All right? Give me Job 9 and 24. Quickly, time. Go ahead, keep going.
Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Right? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. So Satan is going to and fro in the earth, influencing. Who rules the earth?
Salakia.
Goodbye.
The Edomites.
The white man.
Right.
The white man rules the earth.
Right.
Any point? He rules the earth. So, of course, you have TV sitcom called Good Times. What was Good Times about Gabar? Galawan, y'all know about Good Times in Trinidad?
So that's an old school.
Right. I mean, when I was growing up, I remember Good Times. I was so influenced by Good Times. I used to answer the phone cello, just like JJ. Hello. Right? I was so influenced by this black, sitcom. Right?
Right. Salakia.
Go ahead.
It was about a poor black family in the ghetto.
Exactly. It was based, I believe, in Chicago. And it was just at the time of Reconstruction or civil rights, somewhere around in the 50s, 60s. And the whole thing is this poor black family in Chicago. The father working or sometimes not working. The mother have a steady gig, but it's not enough. They have, 3 kids? 3 kids. And they're living, they're surviving. And the father get angry sometime and curse everybody out. And then sometime he just put his foot down and just charge everybody and discipline everybody. And he's a strong man.
Right.
Strong man. Sometimes he dead flat broke. And it shows his frustration of being broke. Can't provide for his family. And they all gather together and say, nah, you still the king. Don't worry about it. Keep your head up, pops. Don't worry. You always be daddy in this house. Even after he just done blaze them out. His woman, boy, that's a sister. His woman never think about leaving. Always encouraging him. If he angry, she know how to approach it. Quiet her voice, come to him, wait till he cool off. No turkey necking, no snapping, which is how we used to be.
Right.
And came the Cosby Show. No, Salaka, before that, what happened to Good Times, Gabar?
During the season, the father ended up, they ended up killing off the father.
The father died in the series, not in real life.
Right.
The father died in the series. If you know, Gabar, what is the story of why they killed the father off?
You mean behind the scenes or in the?
What was the whole thing behind the scenes of why they killed the father off?
Oh, he didn't like what he was getting paid. He wanted to get more money.
Okay, there was something else too. There was something else.
Oh, he didn't like the way the storylines were going.
Storylines, exactly. Right. Storylines was. Go ahead, bring it out.
He wanted more substance in the storylines. All the storylines were based on JJ and based on foolishness.
Okay, not so much. The storylines was on real things, but it was once again it's a sitcom, it's a comedy, so of course the comedy is in it. But the storyline was on real things. Remember, after UPK came out, Good Times aired an episode with the whole Revelations 1 and 13 through 15 breakdown, where JJ painted Christ. He said, well, that's Jesus Christ. Skin of bronze, hair like wine. And the mother said, nah, that's wino from around the block. He's like, nah, that's Christ. It's in the Bible. Remember that? That was Good Times, but this was after the UPK came out, where that knowledge started spreading around. So it touched on serious stuff. They was trying to change the role of the father and make him less masculine.
Right.
He wasn't going for it. He wasn't going for it. Even the woman, Esther Rowe, they came to her with it and she said no. She needs to have a man there. If she's going to play a black woman on TV, she wants a black man. They couldn't square it up. He left the show. They killed him off. After they killed him off, they aired episodes where some African from Africa come and try to marry the daughter who was fine as hell, Salakia. Right? Salakia. Shit. The Judite, Salakia. Come marry the daughter, and JJ had to step in and say, nah, you don't know nothing about them people. You're not marrying him. You get the point? And she was so taken up with the original man and blah, 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 blah. Once again, influencing to leave somebody who like your father and go with his Hamite.
Right.
And that was the end of Good Times. And then came what, Gabar? Or anybody who knows.
Salakia, Cosby Show.
Go ahead, come on, Zahab. Give Zahab a hand. Right? All right, then came the Cosby Show, which was about what?
Salakia, sir. Rich black people in a white neighborhood.
Rich black people where the father is a doctor, the mother is a lawyer, they go into college. What happened was in corporate America or TV America, they got tired of shows that depicted black people's problems. In other words, shows that made white people feel sad. You get the point? Hold on 1 second. Hello?
Slovakia.
Go ahead. Okay, no sweat. All right, cool. They got tired of it and they did away with it. There were other sitcoms that came up that were kind of reflecting what black reality was, but they didn't get prime time. This brother, Charles S. Dutton. Charles S. Dutton is a black actor. He came up with the sitcom called Rock, where he was a garbage man. And it was similar to it. It was similar to Good Times. I think they didn't have no kids, but he was a black man. He was like, you know, you get angry and you have good days, bad days. That got discontinued. You get it? And Rock, if you do the history on him, he was a brother that went to prison and learned, I believe he's from Baltimore or he went to prison in Baltimore. But he learned screenplaying or screenwriting, whatever it is, where he write the whole story in jail and came out, became an actor. And he was, I think he acted in The Corner, or he co-wrote The Corner, which was basically the parent of The Wire. The Corner was how they all got hooked on drugs. The Wire was when the drugs became a business for everybody, the next generation. You get the point? But there was a whole ton of South Central, a whole ton of comedies that would depict black people's lives, but nobody that ain't fun. We need Moesha. What's the other one with the two loud broads with Monique? I forget it, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Monique was the mother and the daughter, and they had the professor, and every time Monique went to have sex with the professor, Cosby Show, they need a different world. You need the buffoonery to make white people laugh and forget about the drugs. Forget about the heroin addiction. Forget about our poverty. You need that. Right. Get the point? So that's who controls the earth. The people who are offended by our poverty. The same people who say get over it was a long time ago. The same people who say pull your socks up. You stop complaining, stop whining. Those same people in charge of the earth. And Satan is all through the earth influencing everybody. Now give me 2 Thessalonians 2:8.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed.
Right? What I said is the Parkers. That's the name of it. Tawada, the Parkers. That's the name of. Can't stand that goddamn sitcom. That's where you get your love. The same white man. The same white man that paying people millions is that. Get the point? Go ahead.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right? Start at verse 7.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Right? The mystery of iniquity already works. That's why nobody can believe we are the real Jews. Because the mystery of wickedness is already at work. It's already working. Get the point? It's already at work. You tell over here, most people understand it, but you tell the average Benjamin in one of them islands, the white man is the devil, they look at you funny. Right. You in a cult. You crazy? White people good. Look at my white friend. Look at my white friend. Because and you get mad, you be like, you're Uncle Tom Coon. You don't understand, brother. They don't drink the wine. They're fully swimming in philosophy. The mystery of iniquity already working. Come on, your card.
Like I said, I mean, you would see all about, especially on work. The place used to run better when the white man was here.
You understand? The place used to run better when the white man was here. That's what they say, right? And was that one of them oil companies? But guess what? When the white man was there, niggas wasn't on platforms.
Like I said.
Go ahead.
You protest and get the white man out.
Exactly. When the white man was there, we were sailors, meaning the man who would tie the boat up. You wasn't setting foot on no platform. For what, nigga? We got enough black out here. It's called oil. We don't need your black ass.
Right.
You get the point?
Right.
When the white man was there, he was stealing the oil. And when he had enough, he gave the residue to us. But the mystery of iniquity already worked, right? The witchcraft that's in the air, that's coming through the TV and the radio, that's the whole vibe, the whole spirit of this place. The witchcraft is already there. Keep going.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. Only he who now letteth will let.
Right? Only he who now letteth will let. Only he. The Lord is he. The only reason this is happening is because the Lord allowing it to happen. Not because the white man's so smart or so deceitful. You get the point? Or because Satan got so much power. Satan only has power because the Lord let him do it. You get the point? And the precept for that is Job. When he said, have you considered my servant Job? Go check him out. And then Satan was like, well, listen, you're protecting him so much, I can't touch him. And the Lord said, well, all right, I'm going to move my protection from him. And the Lord called off the angels, and Satan went to work. Only he who letteth will let. Go ahead.
Until he be taken out of the way.
Until a time comes when this white man is gone. Right? This white man is gone, and his time is coming. You ever hear the longest rope have an end? Hang himself. That's what's going on. He's getting his time to run, and in him running, his kingdom is falling. Right? Keep going.
8. And then shall that wicked be revealed.
Right? Go ahead.
Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
The wicked will be revealed. Who is the wicked? Maka?
Yes, Salakia said the white man, said the so-called white man.
The white man is the wicked. And how the Lord is consuming him? With the spirit of his mouth.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
And the prophets of I.S.U.P.K, sir.
Doing what? Say those words that bring me joy. Say those words that just, ooh, come on now, say it.
I go down the streets and declare that the white man is the devil and the Bible.
Say it again. Yeah. Say it again. The white man is the devil. Listen, at one time, brother, every time I had to speak, I just come on there and just say the shit loud and we just raw and just get going. That was my opening. All right, first of all, Shalom, DC, the white man, and that's it. You understand? That's the first thing. You get the point, brother. Them words is powerful. You revealing who the wicked is. And it's something you should teach everybody. Teach your brothers, your sisters, your women, your children. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. Devil. Devil means deceiver. This nigga lies. He lies about everything. He lies for everything. And he will lie about everything. All right, keep going.
9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
And wait, read it again.
Right.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
Hold on, stop there. The wicked is the white man. All right, we know that, but this is the proof that he's the white man. The wicked gonna be revealed. And he's going to be revealed by the spirit of the Lord's mouth. And when Christ come with all power and brightness, he's going to destroy him. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. Stop right there. Right? Where it says, with all power and lying tongues and deceivableness. So now, this person who follows Satan, I gave it to you. I was about to ask, what does after the workings of Satan mean? It means that he follows Satan. You all have Twitter now. You all like to follow Jay-Z and, you know, Marshall and Bungie. All you women following Fayan. Yeah, I follow Fayan. I tweet Fayan. Well, listen, the white man follows Satan. Whatever Satan do, the white man is right there. You get the point? Right there with it. So this evil, wicked one is the one who follows. He follows Satan. His workings come after the working of Satan with all power. All right. So now let's go back to Ephesians 2:2. So now this person is wicked. This person influences the earth with lies and follows after Satan. Go back to Ephesians 2. All right, real quick. Damn, so late. All right, real quick.
Ephesians 2:2. Amen. Times past he walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air.
Stop right there. According to the prince of the power of the air. First off, who is the power?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
The Most High.
Most High is the power. Who is the prince of the power?
Salaki.
Let me get somebody else, Gabar.
Salaki, sir.
Okay.
Let me get somebody else out.
Can.
Salaki.
Shakan?
Yahawashai Mashiach.
You're right, but not in this case. You're right, but not in this case.
Salaki, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Satan, sir.
No, not okay. I'm asking a separate question from the scripture. The power is the Most High. The power. Who is the prince of the power? Let me see if I catch your card. I think I catch your card. Come on, your card.
Israel, sir.
You mutton. I should have known that. I should have called Sawak. I said, Salaki, I had to take a phone call. Right? Israel. Okay, hold on. Your card. How is Israel the prince of the power?
Yasha Allah, sir.
Huh?
Yasha Allah.
I don't understand what that is.
The name of Israel. This prince of the power.
Man, goddamn. Listen, man, Galawan, next time leave your card home and bring Shah. Your card trying to teach the class. You're right, Doc. You're right. You're absolutely right. Somebody hand their hand up in the back there?
Sir, like I said, the power in, but not in this instance, but in the next instance, mean a son or like an angel of the Most High, a son or anybody that belongs to the Most High, like that.
Okay, well, it is in this case because the precept, I believe, is Romans 15 and 4, something like that. And he who follows the Spirit of the Lord, the same he gives powers to be sons of the Lord. You get the point? And a prince is a son of somebody. Yashar Allah, Shar, like Shar name is prince. Yashar Allah, prince of the power, prince of the Lord. So we are the Lord's princes. We are princes of the power, not princess. Anybody want to get stupid? Prince. The plural is princes. Prince of the power. Now there's the power of the air. And there's a prince of the power of the air. Who is the power of the air?
Salakia, sir.
Shakan.
Satan, sir.
Ah, blood clot. Damn right. Satan. And your precept is Job 1:7. He is in the earth going to and fro. Satan is the power of the air, and the Lord gave him power of the air. Who, if we are the prince of the power, remember your precept, whoever is led by the spirit of the power, the same is sons of the power. Who is the prince of Satan? Who is led by the spirit of Satan?
Shalaka, sir.
Come on, Zab.
The white man who is the devil, the Bible speaks of.
White man. Devil. He is the prince of Satan.
Right.
He follows, remember, 2 Thessalonians says, whose coming is after the working of Satan.
Okay.
So, okay, adultery is wrong. But brother, in today's society, if you're thinking about adultery, it ain't just your fault.
Like I said,
Go ahead.
it's loving you, I don't want to be right.
My favorite one is Miss Jones. You remember Miss Jones? Mrs. Jones. I remember hearing that coming up. I'm singing it, and I'm like, and as I get older, I was like, wait, if there's a Mrs. Jones, who the hell is Mr. Jones? I'm thinking, when I'm growing up, I'm thinking the nigga who with the broad, he is Mr. Jones. He is not Mr. Jones. That's why he said we have a thing going on. Brother, every song is about adultery.
Right.
Every woman's song is about, well, I like him, but he brings me roses, and she torn between two. You get the point? The air is filled with lust and adultery and sin and crime. Listen now, Power is set to be the #1 TV show in history ever. They're right behind Game of Thrones right now. And brother, Power is about a drug dealer who kills people and transforms like Batman. They make the shit so goddamn appealing. You damn near like seeing, and the nigga named Ghost. Like Ghost, like he's the Holy Ghost. The nigga transform, go kill everybody, and you like, oh shit, I gotta see Power next week. Get the point? You in the car coming home like, there's a big rich town. Yeah. You think you Ghost. Because he make it so appealing, so it influences you. Go ahead.
The perfect image they put is Israel.
Say again?
The perfect image they put is Israel.
Well, okay, now we on to it. Influencing an Arab, what does that get the white man?
Like I said.
Go ahead.
That's an ish, sir.
Nothing.
That's one ish.
It don't get him nothing. Influencing a Chinese, what does this get him?
Same thing.
Listen, in the news, they always talk about the Bloods, the Crips, MS-13, gangster disciples. You know the Chinese and the Japanese have gangs? You understand that? What's it? The Yakuza? And what's the other one?
Like I said.
Go ahead.
Chinese triad, sir.
The Chinese triad
God.
is a full-blown gang, brother. With tattoos and the same thing like MS-13. But because this nigga have a dragon and he speaks a different language, and in his temple you hear gong gong and then Buddha be praised. Now you can respect that. Point? But influencing Israel is their way of securing the earth.
Right.
You understand? Because once again, what's my precept? Who knows it? If we sin, what happens?
Go
ahead.
Right. 5 and 21, sir. If we send the Most High, wouldn't depend on, sir.
That's my nigga right there, boy. That's my nigga right there, boy. That's right, boy. Right, read it out for me real quick if you have it. All right? Read it out for me real quick.
Judah chapter 5 and verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Right? That's in the Apocrypha. In Judith 5 and what?
Verse 20, sir.
5 and 20. This was a Moabite captain speaking to a Greek captain about going to war against Israel. And the Moabite was telling the heathen, hey, if you could get them to sin, we could beat them. But if they serve their God, brother, they ain't no beating these niggas.
Right.
You understand? So Satan got to work. And the prince of Satan, he making sure every song, Molly, 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 lean, lean, lean. You know, that's halfway why I stand up for these young mumble rappers, right? Me and the brother, Captain Cartazar, me and Cartazar are always going back and forth with rap this, rap that. I understand Cartazar is passionate about classic hip hop. But brother, I think it's absolutely unfair to crucify Yachi and, you know, and Uzi Vert and, you know, all these young, you know, they're off. I get that. You know, even Alkaline. Listen, I was standing up for Alkaline when his eyes was black. Alkaline eye was black when he was singing, you know, Move Mountains and all that. I was like, this nigga is the shit right here. And everybody's like, oh, you can't be, you know, I'm the Sizzler. I was like, yeah, I like them too, but this nigga right here. I remember Officer Hazahab in New York came down to DC. We going in the store to get something. I pour on the tape, Alkaline start playing. Brother, I'm watching the road, right? Hazahab looked down at the phone, look at the radio, and then look at me like this. And his mouth did this. I'm seeing him, but I'm driving and I'm seeing him, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, nigga, yeah, Israelite. It ain't.
Another one can't.
I think I didn't see him, but I saw him. I see everything. But I understand that whatever we see as our society being degraded and eroded is not our fault. It's not our fault. And so to hate them artists for what? For what? I'm gonna hate him. Okay, you wanna hate him for singing Molly Molly Lean? Who is the cracker that paying him to sing it? Who is the devil that giving him studio time?
Right.
Who's the devil that printing the CDs? Right. I ain't gonna hate him. But nah, Yachi ought to get crucified. Nah. I'm Lil Boat biggest fan. Listen, I listen to Kashi 6ix9ine. I ain't give a damn what nobody say. Give a damn what nobody say. You mad because he got a rainbow here. Y'all niggas let Eminem in. Y'all let Eminem sing. Y'all let Beastie Boys sing. And y'all ain't say nothing about them. But this little Issacharite who got some rainbow here and got some of the hardest songs ever.
Right.
You're mad. You're pouring some Tekashi 6ix9ine and go in the gym. You lift up the whole gym.
Yes.
Shit, nigga, what the hell you want? You want me to hate him? For what? What the fuck are you doing? Excuse my language.
Salakia, sir.
All of them. You think I'm mad at them, man? For what? I understand who is the prince of the power of the air. Quickly, Gabar, let me finish up.
I was going to say third base.
Somebody hold Genesis 4 and 7. Say again, Gabar.
I was going to say third base.
Third base. Come on now.
Years ago.
You get me? Come on, quickly.
And have been no focus when you're Isaac.
You let Eminem in. Yeah. Boys in. You let, you know, Vanilla Ice in.
For this cause I will confess to thee among the Gentiles and sing unto my
phone
name.
on.
And again he said,
my phone going. Here I am, Salakia, sir.
Okay, no sweat, no sweat. You get the point? Like, you all ain't mad at them niggas. You know, Ice baby. You know, Suge Knight should have dropped his ass. Right. Drop that nigga. Let the ice cream splatter. Let there be vanilla all over the goddamn sidewalk.
I don't want my shot.
Go ahead, Ark.
Yeah, my phone on 10%.
Oh shit. So I'm gonna wrap up the class, Ark. Last couple of scriptures, all right?
Can't.
Give me Genesis 4 and 7. I didn't mean to go over by so much, brother. But yeah, I love seeing you all every Sunday. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna front. Y'all rob mercy in Shaw today. I need to make y'all pay. But out of brotherhood, I'm gonna let y'all slide. Satan in the air right now saying, yeah, make them niggas pay. Nah, I ain't gonna listen to Satan. Don't worry about it. Shaw, my nigga Ark. Don't worry about it, brother. I ain't gonna forget it. Give me Genesis 4 and 7.
Book of Genesis chapter 4 and verse 3. 7. Verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Okay.
And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
Okay, let me see. Who's in the room there? Who ain't here from yet? Mathkoyak. Sawap, don't hide, don't hide. I see you, Sawap. I see you, Sawap. Who else right there? Who behind Tazawa? Maka, you put it on your head? Ain't no sweat. I got you. I got you. Go ahead, Mathkoyak. Let me hear you.
Genesis, here, right? In Genesis. I know this well. There's my explanation, right, sir?
Yes, please.
Okay. So if you do what is right and acceptable to the Most High, yes, right, you will be accepted by it.
That's absolutely correct. That's important because the white man think he's doing well, but not well by the Lord.
Right.
Right. And that's important. That's on a second sidebar. Every brother needs to remember that.
Canada one can.
What is right by the Lord and not by anybody else. All right, go ahead.
And if it's saying again that if you don't do well, sin light at the door.
All right, what does that mean?
But that means like once you do what is not acceptable by the Most High, we are sin.
Sin light at the door, meaning sin is ready to come in.
Okay.
You understand? Once you're not doing what the Lord wants, you're sinning. Okay, it's that clear cut. And that's for every Christian. God ain't gonna kill me for a little piece of pork. Or I don't believe in Christmas, but I do it for what? For the kids, so that the kids can be happy. Nigga, you don't know how to make kids happy? Just get them ice cream on Tuesday. Kids gonna be ice cream, and spinning around in circles with ice cream running all down their damn elbow. You think they give a damn about Christmas?
Right.
They don't care about Christmas, but you doing it thinking you pleasing kids. Please the Lord. You get the point? Say light at the door. All right, read the last part again, Mathkoyak.
And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
All right. So what? Where you at?
And unto thee shall be his desire. Meaning to say, if you continue in sin, it will be your desire.
What does that mean?
Meaning to say, you're not following after the Lord's statutes and commandments.
And and if you don't do well, okay, and unto thee shall be his desire. Who is thee?
White man, sir.
And who is his? What?
Oh, so like yes, sir.
Shakana's like, oh shit, fire, Dutchman.
Well,
so what? You have it?
Yes, sir.
I'm on some you're on a breakaway now, you know, we in the 93rd minute. You want to keep her alone. Close, so up. Yeah, the whole stands, but oh God, messy. Come on. No.
That's the same answer with them.
You're lost. Shakan.
Salakia, sir, I was gonna say the paw of the air is his desire.
Nope. Boy, I have them. Your card. Where you at? Come on, you know I have you, your card. I have you. Yeah, I have him. He had to read it over. I have you. Where you thought? Just gonna answer questions all night? Huh? Nigga? Who is the his? When it says, what does it say? And unto thee shall be his desire. Who is the his? Who is the he that his is talking about?
Salakia.
Ah, boy. You see how long I play the game? I play the game till the whistle go. Got you, brother. Got you. Pat on his back, Mushaka. Got it. Got him. I catch you any reload your car. You ain't sniping from far too much. Who else in the back there? Baya.
The D is us, and the him is the white man, so?
Nope. I thought you had to give it to me. Come on, my car.
Yes, sir.
Come on, my car. Hold on, Makoya. Come on, my car. Yeah, I see you. I see you, my car, Cobal.
Unto thee shall be his desire. This is talking to Cain, sir. Right?
To Cain.
Right? Unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shall rule over him.
Who is the thee? Who is the thee, and who is the his?
Yeah, Pastor.
So like yes, sir.
Right. That's all. Come on with it.
Yes, sir. So it's supposed to be we supposed to rule over the white man. That is the spirit.
Nope.
It's not supposed to be ruled over like
Nope. Listen now. Let me tell you something. When I get certain breakdowns, and I know this is one of them, I be marking them down like I can't wait to teach this because I know this is how Jeremiah Hyman feels. I'm like, you know, I'm like, yeah, boy. Ah, boy. Nah, I was joking. It was Jeremiah when I asked a question and then the room get quiet, everybody start flipping, Googling shit. Start playing with the knife.
Babidi.
Come on. Let me see who else in the room. Who's my next victim? Math Kuyak.
Yeah, I will try and bring it out right, but if I bring it out cloudy, you'll clear it up for me, right?
A man done coming with a plea bargain. He's like, listen, I did it, but I only could do 7 years. I can't do 45.
I'm trying to keep it in context with you. It's saying here, it's saying, right, and unto thee shall be his desire, meaning unto sin, that spirit of sin, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will be desire, it will be unto you. It will be wanting to cling to you, right?
Okay, so who is, okay, I need it simple. Who is the thee? Who is the thee? And who is the his? Real simple. Like if I say unto thee, Shah couldn't make it to class. So unto thee would be his burden. Meaning unto you, Shah's burden to come to class. Meaning you had to fix that. So who is the thee and who is the his? Come on, Gabar.
The thee is like me, and the his would be Satan, or the no.
That's the same thing.
You want to try it one more time?
So you want me to give it a Slack?
Hold on, Zab. I'm gonna get to it. Math Koyak, you want it one more time? Boy, Shah. This one is for you, Ak. This one, I know if Shah was here, he would have the answer. That's all. Salaki, I'm messing with you all. Shakan, how much more time you have? All right, no sweat. We almost done. Last man in the room. Who else wants it? Go ahead.
The beers, me and the presence is so-called white man.
No, that's what everybody been saying. You got to listen to what's wrong. What's right. I believe I see the answer somewhere. Somebody type the answer in. Go ahead.
Oh.
Come on,
right? In the beginning, so that say, if thou doest well, right, thou shalt be accepted. So it means you're accepted of the Lord. And if thou doest not well, sin lies at the door, right? So the person who is in sin, right? Will be ruled over by the person who is accepted by the Lord.
No. I thought he was going to give it to me. Zab. Come on in, Zab. Come on in. I'll bring a foreign base. That team's always bring a foreign base player. I'll bring the foreign base in to help you all out. Don't worry. He ain't had to come practice something. He just had to show up and go ahead, Zab.
He is the Most High.
Zab, don't make me bring it down and we still ain't go World Cup in a while.
Sure.
Zab, you let me down. I can bring up for you. Can I tell them locals they ain't ready? All right, let me give it to you. Come on, last man, your card.
Listen.
Quickly, your card, quickly.
I think you predict it.
All right, come on with it.
The D is speaking of Abel, and he is, and he is
Abel dead. Abel dead.
Kid.
Dead. All right, Abel gone. All right.
Go
ahead.
Same person.
Say again.
The and he has the sort the same person.
No. All right, I got it. Don't worry, I got you. But Salakia, you all let one of the sisters steal it from me. I saw her type it in, but I don't know. I ain't seeing it no more. All right. I think I don't know. But she typed it in, but I ain't seeing the answer no more. But I'm gonna give you the answer. Go ahead, Gabar, quickly.
The his is not the his Most High?
Nope.
Okay.
Read it one more time, quickly. Somebody read it from me quick. Gabar.
Genesis chapter 4, verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
Right? And if the white man did well, he would be loved all over the earth. Right? And of course, you could use this for yourself. If you do well, the Lord gonna love you. Right?
Go
ahead.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
And if you don't do well, if you don't obey the Lord, sin is knocking at the door. Sin is knocking like who?
Yeah, man.
Like who? Who does sin knock like?
Yeah.
Like who?
Slack yourself.
Sin knocks at the door like a man knocking to come in.
Yeah, but you
right? Yeah, but Shakan, I know who you're talking to, but we here in the ark.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Don't sweat.
Slack you, sir.
I'm gonna put your phone on mute to water, right? You ever see drug addicts? Oh, this like you see New Jack City with Pookie. You remember? It keep calling me, man. Remember that? What is calling him? Sin is calling him. Right? Brothers who come off, all them brothers who work offshore on them offshore rigs, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Where do they go as soon as they come back on in the overalls smelling of oil? Where they go? Masquerade. Masquerade. Where do they go?
In the bar.
That's where Trend men go. That's where your card goes. He go down and buy Heineken for everybody. Right? There's another place where men go who spend more time away from women. Come on, who knows it? Come on, your card. Barriat, Slack it. Let me get Barriat. Say again? Yeah, they go to Villa Capri, brother. They go to Villa Capri or Copacabana, right? They go Villa Capri. They have another trash house in Central named That's Dan. They go everywhere where tail is on sale because sin is at the door calling. Calling them. Those of you who ever work in very male-dominated environments, what's on every computer? Come on, Tassawal.
pornographic materials.
BootyBooty.com chapter 6. BootyBooty.com chapter part 5. You don't see 21 yet? Nah, on 18. By the time you come back on shore from being offshore, what are you ready to do? You taking all that money and you heading straight in the whole house. Then calling you, right? Read the last part. And unto thee.
And unto thee shall be his desire.
Unto the white man will be the desire of sin. His is sin. Sin here don't get so strong, it's like a man telling you what to do. Understand? Sin got so strong, it's like a nigga is telling you, yeah, go smoke. Go be a whore, sis. Don't worry about it. Go buy a whore, brother. Hey, listen, man, don't worry about him. He ain't treating her. Look at all that tail. You think he know what to do with all that tail? Man, go handle that, man. Go. Your name is Tazawar Rock. Go show her what the rock is. First show her where it is, and then show her what it is. Yeah. That's how sin operates. Like a man knocking at the door, and as soon as you open the door, come on, Ark, let's go. You get the point? Right? And if you don't do well, unto thee will be his desire. Meaning, whatever sin wants you to do, you will do it. That is the white man. Sin says, be a homosexual. What does the white man say? Well, you can't decide who you fall in love with. Can you? Do you really have control over who you love? Yeah, nigga, I do. You don't, but I do.
Right.
You understand? Sin ain't at my door. Get the point?
So, like I said,
go ahead.
Let's get like a good clear picture on it, right? So the white man is like a dick who cannot say no to all the evil on the face of the earth.
You goddamn right, Tassimo. Give him a hand.
That's right.
He's the biggest addict on the earth. But let me get this part. You read the last part.
And thou shalt rule over him.
Who is the thou and who is the him? Quickly, Math Koyak.
The thou will be the sin.
Hey, look my nigga. Look my nigga, brother. Come on. You see what I'm saying? That's my nigga. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to do some push-ups. Listen, Sean, how you get down here, brother? If I hear you travel, brother, I'm gonna be mad. Nah, I'm joking. Don't worry about it. Good to see you, brother. Good. Listen, I know that's my nigga right there, man. Come on, man. Ain't no class without the prince coming in the room. Yes, and so what? That's the man that come in the 91st minute.
He saved me.
Yeah, he stayed with me. And listen, that brother, good to see you, brother. So what if I'm muscling up in here too? You know what I mean? So, okay. And thou shalt rule over him. Who is the thou and who is the him?
Like I said, I was saying that the thou would have been the sin, and the him would have been ruling over.
No. You almost had me. You almost confused me there, boy. Ja. Quick. Shaw, you want to take a shot? All right, no sweat, we will bypass it.
Like I said,
go ahead.
From here, right? Would the dog be Satan and be him, be Cain or the white man, sir? Or the devil?
Nope. He says who says sin on us? Nope, you're close though. Who is the thou and who is the him?
So like I said, let's try one more shot.
Go ahead.
Thou will be white man.
And
the him will be Israel.
No.
So like I said,
come on.
Is the dough would be yes, sir, man. Yeah. Whatever the desire is, same thing.
No. No.
Like I said.
Go ahead.
Thou will be the white man, and him will be sin.
Shut that there, man. That's what shut that there. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Go ahead, you come back in again now. So I can't fight you. I can't fight you. Okay. Break it down, your card, since you know it. Break it down. Go ahead, let me drink. I'm drunk. It's water I'm drinking. Let me drink. Go ahead.
That would be, in that sense, the white man would be subsistent, would be so easy, would be easily overtaken by sin. He will welcome sin at any cost.
Say that last part again.
He will welcome sin at any cost.
Okay, you're on it, but not quite the option of that. So what for coming back at? Okay.
So would it be right to say that the white man in charge of sin, like how they say, in charge of this, like he?
Oh shit! Oh shit! I see y'all getting sharp up in the house. Yes. Okay. The white man been influenced by Satan, and like any good student, what happens in any good student?
So like I said,
your card.
In this case, he take all the master's secrets. The master no moves.
I need something else. You remember them kung fu movies, right? You remember when you killed my brother? Now I tell you, what happens to every student who starts off eating rice and drinking sake? By the end of the movie, what happens?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Barrier.
Yeah, the student is get better than the master, sir.
The student beats the master, and the student is now in charge. White man served sin so well, he now controls sin. He now is in charge of sin. He's such a homosexual. Now homosexuals have rights. He's such a pedophilia, a pedophiliac. Now he's trying to make it lawful for your sons and daughters to be his dates. You get the point? He serves sin so well, brother. He controls it. And by controlling sin, he makes it influential. He makes it delicious. Sin is delicious to us.
So like I said,
go ahead.
Is it safe to say that the white man is sin?
No, he controls it. But speaking how we speak, yeah. Speaking how we speak, yeah. It's like saying he's a beast or that man is death. The point, he's not literal death walking around, but whatever he does, he's so skilled at it, like death. You get the point? Like the white man is such a good servant of sin, brother. He controls it at the tip of his fingers. Let me tell you how skillful the white man is. If he wants to destroy a black man, he's going to put on TV very successful black women who don't have no man or there's no man in sight. And he's going to run that over and over and over again. And then that successful black woman would have a child with no man. Whoever slept with her for one night, he's gone. And guess what your woman thinks?
So like
go ahead, Maka.
I can do it without that, man.
And so it begins.
Like I said,
in the bed, she pulled the cover. You ain't getting nothing. What's wrong with you? I don't know. And before long, you're before a judge, and the judge decides who gets to see your child when, and who pays who, how much ever. You get the point? The white man is so much in control of sin If it wasn't for the truth, everybody wants to be Ghost or Canaan. And just kill and murder and sell drugs and have sex with random women. And then switch them around. Go ahead.
In terms of power, that does not appeal to the Chinese or the Arabs or any other culture except Israel.
Okay, it appeals to them too. But because we are people without identity, therefore without laws, and because when we sin, we don't have the Lord's protection, it affects us more. The Chinese do it too. The Japanese do it too. They're heavy into pedophilia and all of that, but they ain't the Lord's people. You understand?
No.
I saw a video the other day. The Chinese putting people in apartment buildings in cages. They call them cage apartments. There's an apartment with a kitchen and everything, and then there's like 20 damn, Moabites or Ammonites living in cages. And they had the clothes hanging right there. That's them. That's how they operate, and they over us. Imagine that. Because we the children of the Lord, and when we do something wrong, the Lord takes an offense. White man is in charge of sin. So it comes through your TV, your radio, your computer, everything like that. Whatever you filtering through, just understand that the white man is the devil. And if you understand that, you will start to see everything in every cartoon, every movie, every commercial, every goddamn song that's so goddamn evil. I'm yet to hear a love song that's just about a man singing to a woman or a woman singing to a man. It's always adultery is the theme of it, because he's in charge of the air. All right? With that, we pass the class over to Priest and Officer Galawan Salaki. Take up all your goddamn time. Y'all don't be mad at me. But I was waiting on Shah. Y'all didn't know. I knew Shah was coming. And if he was coming, I was giving him time to come on the field. All right? Let's get the announcements so I can do the Lord's Prayer. All right?
This is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, from verse 8 to 10. It means tenth in Hebrew, and is pronounced Ma'aishara. 10% of every penny, of every increase the Lord gives, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Right, upcoming Holy Convocation, which is Monday the 10th of September, which is the blowing of trumpets, the memorial of blowing of trumpets. Right, you can find that in Leviticus chapter 23 from verse 24 and 25. Remind Akium and Aquafium to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, like shirts, like pants, like headband or scarf. All right. So let's sit it I'm
medium.
Turn facing east. Now we're gonna say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew.
Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Bashamaya.
Bashamaya.
Padash.
Padash.
Aya.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Malakwaka. Taba'a. Ratazaka. Aya. Aisha. Baharakza. Kawa. Aya. Bashamaya. Lanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam.
Wasanak Nawa.
Kawawat Nawa.
Kasalak Nawa. Kawawat Yanawa.
Kawawat Yanawa. Wala'a.
Tabayanawa. Manasayawan. Habal.
Hawashainawa. Ayan.
Rai.
Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Watapara.
The English, our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not to temptation. But deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
So be it.
Right, we're gonna say
we're gonna do the Lord's Prayer just for the time's sake, all right?
Okay. I want to give the teacher a one courtesy salute. I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak. Let's give the sisters a one courtesy salute. I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak.
All right, Hebrews, next week we rock again, all right? Yo, go listen some Tekashi 6ix9ine, man. Stop hating. See what the blicky up. All right, Akim, shalom.
All right, shalom.